Good morning, my fam. I hope to find all of you doing well today. I just wanted to do something a little bit different today. I normally talk about, the Bible and the Sumerian texts and aliens and the skies and all of that. But today I want to talk to newly awakened ones. And I'm finding as I read or read and also view videos of other people that are awakening. I see some similarities in our awakening as a collective, but I also see that everybody's awakening looks different. Why is that? It's because we're all different. We're the same, but we're different. And it comes again to that spiritual body. The head of that body is the Christ. But we are the body. And we all have our own individual functions. We all have our own individual strengths. No one is better than the other. Many will say, well, how can it be? Say, for instance, let's take our hands. Take our hands. Very functional. Very functional. We can do things. We can pick up things. We can turn pages, and we can lift things. And what if we lost our thumbs? What if we lost our thumbs? Okay, let me try and pick up this book again. It's without my thumbs. It's difficult. So that's what I mean. That is being part of this body. Every part is important. We all have a task to do. And in time, the head will send the signal of what we're supposed to do. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about this stuff, but I can't turn it off. I can't turn this off. And again, I mentioned that this spiritual awakening has really taken a toll uh, with my immediate family. And it does distress me, but at the same time, encourages me. Because the Christ did say, I came to divide. Anyway, the main thing I wanted to talk about today is a different aspect of this enlightenment awakening journey, path, whatever you want to call it. I fully believe that part of my awakening and my changing, I'm, I, I am physically changing. And I know, a lot of people will say, yeah, she going on the deep end again. But I'm physically changing the way I think, the way I feel, the things that I used to just love, I have no interest in anymore because this awakening has has taken over. These last 3 years in this life has been an awakening. Not only have I lost 225 pounds of unhealthy weight of this world, I see things differently as I look at the plants and the trees and the grass and the sky and people. I see things differently and with different eyes. And speaking of eyes, I've always had, when I was born, um, I had blonde hair and crystal blue eyes, like my father. And over the years, let's put it this way, my ethnicity kicked in. And I remember my mom telling me a story. I was born in 57, and there she is. My mother's very dark complected, um, with the high cheekbones because she's part Native American, but her skin color is very chocolatey, beautiful chocolate brown color. So she's holding this 6-month-old me, blonde hair, blue eyes, very, very fair. And at that time, she was getting on the bus to go into town, getting it on the bus to go into town, and so she's holding me, and she promptly walks to the back of the bus like good little colored girl supposed to, and she sits down, and the bus driver looks at her through the mirror and says, "Hey, you, gal." She's looking at me. "If you don't get up here with that white baby from back there with them niggers." And my mom said, "Okay." So she got up and got in the front of the bus. Evidently, he thought that she was the maid or the caretaker or the nanny with his little white baby, and promptly sat in the front of the bus with me. So that set off a trend. So anytime, anytime anybody needs to go into town, they're taking Monica into town because they were guaranteed a seat on the bus in the front. So stupid. But anyway, by the time I'd reached about a year and a half, that hair started turning. Instead of little soft little curls, my little blonde curls, they started turning into like these little fire things, and my skin darkened, and my eye color changed. It's still not. It's sort of like an amber brown. But anyway, where I was going with this about the changing, it was so weird. I say about a month ago, I was sitting in the car, And I happened to glance at the mirror, and my eyes were a vibrant green. And it kind of shocked me. I'm like, not at one time my eyes used to be green, when I was much younger as a child. But once they changed, they pretty much stay this color, if you can see. Stay that color. But this time, I wish I took a picture of it too because it was so striking. And people, other awakening people, they were telling me that our bodies are going through a change. Genetically, we're changing. And I captured that. And also the ringing in the ears. Um, it's just, you just feel different. You just feel different. Anyway, I just wanted to share that part of this journey too. It's all part of it. A lot of things are changing around us, in the skies, our government, our families, and with our bodies. So anybody else that's going through this awakening process, you're not crazy, baby. You feel this physically as well. So if anyone has stories about what you feel, I'm curious. I'd want to know. Um, what are you feeling? And what about dreams? I remember in my early teens, I remember quite often going to sleep and flying. And it was exhilarating, just flying, just the sensation of floating and flying. And then for a long time, I stopped dreaming completely. And everyone, people say that you don't stop dreaming completely, you just don't remember them. I can't remember mine. Itty bitty, bitty, bitty bits and pieces. But I want to say about a month ago, I was listening to um, music like this, just very, very relaxing. And I have this music playing in the background. I love this music, and all it is just Native American flute. And that's one of the things on my bucket list. I'm going to learn to play the flute. Can you see Monica out there in the woods with her harmonica wand, stick, whatever you want to call it, playing my flute? Yeah, they're going to go pick me up out the woods. But I'm just sharing this music with you because it's it's um it's therapeutic for me. But anyway, I was listening to this music and I drifted off to sleep. This dream I remember vividly. And the first thing that happened is as I'm sleeping, it's like I see this beautiful turquoise spot. And it actually looked like the shape of an eye, what I saw. And it was beautiful. So I just stared at that spot with my eyes closed and just stared at that spot. It was so pretty. And that turquoise turned into like a beautiful emerald green. And then from there, things that it got really dark, like just black, but beautiful. And normally I'm afraid of the dark, but in this dream I wasn't afraid. I just kept staring into this darkness. And then in I can't even explain it. I sort of tried to focus. And then what I did is I felt like I had the sensation that I was hovering. I was hovering. And then I focused because I was able to realize that I was up above something. So I tried to focus again. And then I could see little bits of beautiful, beautiful light coming from holes in this darkness. So I came in closer. And then I realized what I was looking at were the tops of trees. Were the tops of trees. And once I got past the canopy of those trees, what opened up to me was the most beautiful things I had ever seen. It was a forest, beautiful forest, vibrant greens. I can't even explain how beautiful it was. And I realized again, I'm flying. It was so freeing and so liberating. And I'm diving in between the trees and I'm like, I'm freaking flying. I'm freaking flying. It was amazing. And then I see like animals running on the forest floor. And it catches my attention. So I go in to get a closer look. And it's not animals. I see people. And they're jogging, not running like they're afraid of something. They're just jogging. And they're dressed in like brown robes with like a rope or cord or something tied at their waist. I don't know why that's important or it's just a detail that I noticed. And again, I didn't get the sensation they were running away from something. They were just, I don't know, taking a jog in the woods. I don't know. They didn't seem afraid at all. But it was the place was breathtaking. And I'm flying again. And then I wake up. I wake up wanting to go back. Now, some say that is what they call lucid dreaming, or perhaps I was in the next dimension. I don't know what that was. Some people say because I saw like the the turquoise color, sort of like not an eye, but sort of like the shape, like the shape of our eye. Some people say that that was probably your third eye awakening or trying to awaken. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing. Was I afraid? Not once. Not once. But something that I did do, even in my dream, as I saw this eye opening, or this the color, something here said, I'm going in. Watch over me. Because I've listened to other uh, folks describe, when their third eye opens, that it was scary for them. And they warn people, don't do that because all kinds of bad things there, and they could fool you, and I believe that too. Again, as I'm learning these new truths, or remembering, I'm very cautious. Very cautious. And what just popped into my head is the words of Christ. He said to be gentle as doves, but wary, or whatever that word is, like the serpent. Anyway, I'll go ahead and close now, guys. So grateful and thankful to be awake at this time. I love it. Till next time, my family, again, keep those vibrations high no matter what happens around us. Remember, we are in a fear, guilt, and control matrix. Don't allow them to feed on any negative emotions that we may have. Every time you feel like you're going to have a negative emotion, get it away. Get it away. Replace it with love. Let's keep our vibrations high with love, like our Father. Love and light, my family. Love and light.